I'm Bobby Broyles with Rob Washburn for CA Hoops Weekly, presented by Under Armour. Rob, we have reached the halfway point in the conference season, and Hofstra continues to dominate the storylines, not just in the conference, but now trending across the college basketball world as they extend the nation's longest winning streak to 16.
Yeah, another impressive week for Hofstra as it goes on the road and posts double-digit victories at James Madison and Towson to complete a sweep of all 9 conference opponents over the first half of the league schedule. Hofstra's 9-0 CA record is just 2 shy of the best start in CA history, and their 16-game winning streak is tied for the second best ever by a conference team. Now, as you said, the Pride success is gaining national attention with 9 votes in this week's AP Top 25 poll, a mention on ESPN's College Game Day, thanks in part to Eli Pemberton's amazing 90-foot shot at JMU last Thursday, and a Sunday night appearance on NBC New York. It continues to be a remarkable season for the Pride. But Hofstra wasn't the only story in the conference last week. Charleston also went 2-0, recording convincing wins at home over Elon and William & Mary. Cougars got back to playing the defense we're used to seeing from Earl Grant teams, holding both opponents under 60 points. Delaware was the only other unbeaten team last week, holding off a late charge from rival Drexel to win 76-75. The Blue Hens are 6-3 at the midway point of league play and tied with Northeastern for second place.
The back half of the conference season begins this Thursday. Let's take a look at a few key matchups. Start with our CA basketball game of the week on collegesportslive.com as Elon will welcome Delaware. The Phoenix are coming off a solid road win at UNCW, and we'll look to build off that against the second-place Blue Hens.
Yeah, Elon turned in a strong effort at UNCW, going into a tough environment at Trash Coliseum and winning for the first time ever. The Phoenix made a bunch of shots early to build a 19-point first-half lead, and then were able to weather the Seahawks' second-half comeback. Tyler Sebring was sensational, scoring a career-high 32 points on 12 of 16 field goal shooting, including several big buckets when it seemed UNCW had some momentum, and fellow senior Steven Santa Anna contributed 24 points and 8 rebounds. Elon went 2-1 on his 3-game road swing and now begins a stretch of 5 of its next 7 games at Schar Center. Now, this is just the 4th time since entering the CA in 2001 that Delaware has been 6-3 or better in league play, and they will look to continue that success in the second half of the schedule. Guard Ryan Allen has topped the 20-point mark in 3 of his last 4 games, including a 26-point effort in the win over Drexel that included 4 of 6 shooting from 3-point range. When you combine the outside shooting of Allen and freshman Ithiel Horton with the inside presence of Eric Carter, who's averaging a double-double with 17 points and 10 rebounds per game, the Hens are awful tough to stop. One area to keep an eye on in this game is the 3-point line. In Delaware's 77-65 win over Elon on January 5th, the Phoenix were just 8 of 28 from beyond the arc, while the Blue Hens connected on 11 of 22.
Also on Thursday night at 7 on CA.TV, Drexel will be on the road at William & Mary. A big game in regards to potential seeding down the road, Rob, as these two teams look to bounce back after tough weeks.
Yeah, there's still a lot of basketball to be played, but Drexel and William & Mary are part of a pack of 5 teams separated by only 1 game between 5th and 9th place in the CA standings as teams try to position themselves for spots in the conference tournament. The Dragons have won 3 of their last 5 and nearly pulled off yet another dramatic comeback at Delaware last Saturday. Drexel is getting contributions from a variety of players offensively as all 5 starters are averaging over 9.5 points per game, and they're also doing a great job of taking care of the ball, averaging fewer than 10 turnovers per game in CA play. Guard Troy Harper and forward Alihan Demir lead the way, and the Dragons also feature the league's top 3-point shooter in Trevor John. Now, William & Mary has dropped its past 5 contests, but is coming off a solid effort at Charleston last Saturday. Junior Nathan Knight has been tremendous in CA play, averaging 20 points, 8 rebounds, 4.5 assists, and nearly 3 blocks per contest, and he had 24 points and 12 boards in the Tribe's 84-66 victory over the Dragons in Philadelphia. Freshman Chase Audiz continues to impress, contributing 15 points per game last week, and Justin Pierce shook off a tough stretch of games with 18 points against the Cougars. William & Mary's defense held the Dragons to 35% shooting, including 6 of 23 from 3 in the first meeting, and it will be interesting to see what adjustments both sides make in this one.
Moving on to Saturday at 4 on CA.TV, Towson, who had a nice win over Northeastern last week, will travel to Charleston to take on the Cougars, who will be wrapping up a 4-game homestand.
Yeah, Towson turned in one of its best performances of the season against Northeastern, shooting 60% from the floor in the second half, limiting the Huskies to 42% shooting from the field, and most importantly, dominating them 40-22 on the boards. That's the formula for the Tigers to have success. Take good shots, pound the glass, and defend. Brian Fobbs is coming off another solid week, averaging 19 points and 7 rebounds to extend his double-digit scoring streak to 18, while his backcourt mate Tobias Howard has tallied double figures in 5 of his last 7 contests. Now, they'll face a tough task against a Charleston team that is 9-1 at home and got back to playing their trademark tough defense while taking care of the ball in 2 double-digit wins last week. Jarrell Brantley has been on quite a roll, recording double-doubles in 4 of his last 5 games, and Grant Riller turned in his 14th 20-point outing against William & Mary. The Cougars' dynamic duo combined for 47 of the team's 67 points in a 67-55 triumph over the Tigers back on January 3rd. Charleston held Towson to 37% shooting and matched them on the glass in that first meeting, and will look for another similar effort on Saturday.
Also Saturday, a huge matchup in Boston at 4:30, regionally televised on NESN Plus and on CA.TV. Northeastern welcomes Hofstra in their 16-game winning streak to Matthews Arena.
Yeah, this is a rematch we've been waiting for since these two teams delivered a classic back on January the 5th. Northeastern led a back-and-forth game by 9 with 5 minutes to play before Hofstra came storming back to win on Justin Wright Foreman's 34-footer at the buzzer, capping a spectacular 42-point performance. The Huskies have won 5 of 6 since that game and are playing like the team that was picked to claim the league title. They're balanced offensively with 6 players averaging better than 9 points per game, led by the backcourt duo of Vasu Pushitsa and Jordan Rowland, and the defense has been much improved with the return of Sean Osias. As we've already talked about, there's no team in the nation hotter than Hofstra. Lost in the attention paid to the 16-game overall winning streak is the fact that they've won 7 in a row on the road, which is a very difficult thing to do. Wright Foreman continues to post unbelievable numbers, averaging 24 points on 65% shooting last week, and Eli Pemberton has topped the 20-point mark in 4 straight games. Setting those two up is senior Deshir Bowie, who has dished out 57 assists with only 13 turnovers in CA play and is among the top 20 nationally in steals. This is a matchup of 2 excellent teams playing at a high level that will have all week to prepare. It has all the makings of another down-to-the-wire thriller.
Yes, it does. Now here's a look at the rest of the upcoming action around CA men's basketball.
The month of March is not for the weak. If you want to get to the big dance, the road starts here. Every practice, every game leads to this moment. Win or go home. The CAA tournament is coming to Charleston March 9th through 12th. 10 teams, 1 goal, to be crowned champion. Go to CAAsports.com for more information.
CAsports.com will have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage. Also, fans, you can watch all of the CA.TV action on several devices such as Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV by downloading the CA.TV app that is available now.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CA Basketball using the hashtag CA Hoops.
The CA on Campus crew was at Delaware this past weekend. For more on our trip to visit the Blue Hens, visit our social media platforms, and stay tuned this week for our CA Hoops featured piece on Ryan Allen.
Yeah, our crew had the chance to sit down with sophomore guard Ryan Allen, one of the league's top 3-point shooters who's playing at a very high level after an early season injury. But we also learned that basketball is not the only sport he's good at. Be sure to check it out.
That is it from us today. Enjoy the games, everyone.